And this is where the microaggression culture comes in,
Exactly.
the idea of speech is violence, which was chanted at me when I was at Berkeley, which is an insane concept just on the face of it.
Especially at Berkeley.
Yeah, it's pretty wild over there. But and what was really wild about that one is the radical shift, because I'd spoken there the previous year with no violence whatsoever. The next year I required 500 police officers for protection for some odd reason. But what exactly, does this trend hold true across parenting styles, across cultures, or is it just a subsection that we're really talking about?
Yeah. So this is all so new that I can't give you a solid answer. We don't have data on this. What we do have a section in the book. We did spend some time researching social class differences because we know there's a huge amount of research on social class differences in parenting. And we read two really good books. Annette Leroux has a book called Unequal Childhoods, and Robert Putnam has a book called Our Kids. And they both come to the same conclusion, which is that differences by race in parenting are actually fairly small once you control for class. So upper middle class Black parents are more similar to upper middle class white parents than they are to working class of either sex. And so working class parents do give their kids less supervision, which is good. Part of the problem is in the 90s, we took away most of kids' unsupervised time. By the 80s or 90s, we stopped letting kids out to play without supervision, fearing that we thought they'd be abducted or something like that. So the working class is not as overprotective. Now, working class kids have a lot of other problems. They face a lot more trauma, a lot more threat, like real trauma, like physical trauma, relational trauma. But in this country right now, at elite schools, there was some research came out last year. At many of our top schools, there are more kids who are children of the top 1% income than the bottom 60%. So our elite schools are populated overwhelmingly by the top few percent of the income distribution, and that's part of it. Rich kids have a lot more time to do symbolic politics. Working class kids, they have to pay their tuition, they have a lot of other obligations. So the culture of safetyism seems to be especially intense in upper middle class, upper class, elite coastal communities.